Okay, but will this actually be a good idea? Or have I just found a new creative way of torturing myself for entertainment purposes? I guess that's what we're about to find out. I just need to say it. I just need to say it out loud, and then we can start working on it. We can build from it, but I need to rip off the Band-Aid. I need help. They ask you how you are. You know what? The first step is knowing when to ask for help. So I'm already on the right path here, but I feel like lately, for the past couple of months, I have been in this rut. And the reason is I have no routine whatsoever. I wake up and I spend God knows how many hours in bed, and by the time that I get out of it, there's just not enough morning left to have a good productive start to my day. Reading has even gone out the window at this point. Like sometimes, yes, I do read, but obviously I read, but it used to be a thing where I would read a little bit every single day, whether it be 30 pages, sometimes even 100 pages. But lately, I either read for a bunch of hours one day, or I read nothing at all for weeks on end. And this has to stop, okay? Like, I'm sick and tired of being my own worst enemy. And I've decided that a little suffering has never hurt anyone. Wait, no, that didn't come out as I wanted it to. I need a reset. I need somebody to press my reset button. I need somebody to kind of like, I don't know, shake me up. And honestly, I think the best way to do that is to challenge myself to wake up at 5 a.m. every single day for an entire week and see what effects that may have in my life and my mental health and my fit and everything. Honestly, at this point, this is a Hail Mary. This is Project Hail Mary, but not by Andy Weir, okay? Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to your new favorite place on the internet. My name is Bella, and I always fall back on challenges when I feel like I need to change something in my life for the better, or just when I want to have a little bit of fun. And I think this challenge is a little bit of both. Like, yeah, we're gonna have fun, but I'm also looking for a life-changing epiphany, so no, but seriously, I genuinely think that going back to having a routine, especially a morning routine, could be really beneficial to myself. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a productive morning routine. You know, productivity can look different to everybody. It can either be reading for 30 minutes or just simply having my morning coffee without having to think about work just yet. Not spending the first hour of every day in bed would honestly already be a win for me. So for the next week, I'm going to be waking up at 5 a.m. every single day and documenting my experience. And hopefully some of you will be inspired to do the same, or you'll find this at least entertaining, you know? So without further ado, welcome to this week's challenge, waking up at 5 a.m. to get my life together and to get some reading done as well. I hope that you guys enjoy. I'm awake. I promise I'm awake. No, this is good. No, this is great. So I'm pretty sure my life's about to change. I'm awake. But at what cost? We're gonna have a great week. Oh my goodness. It's 5 a.m. and it's time to get out of bed, because if I don't get out of bed, then I run the danger of just going back to sleep. But like, my bed is so comfortable. I swear it's never been this comfortable. And I think there's like some psychological reason behind that, but I don't want to get into it. Good morning. Good morning. The birds aren't even chirping at this point, but I think it's going to be worth it. I have a day chock full of work, and I feel like maybe having a couple of hours to myself before I need to clock in would be fantastic. But also, my bed is amazing. No, absolutely not. It's day one of this 5 a.m. challenge. Let's go. Let's go. No, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. It may not look like it, but I'm feeling great. So let's go. Let's go before I change my mind. All right, so we are here with my TBR cards, and honestly, I can't read classics at 5 a.m. That just does not sound doable. It doesn't sound healthy. It doesn't sound pragmatic. I don't think I've ever tried to read a classic, especially a Dostoevsky, at 5 a.m. So this is going to be an interesting experience. So I do think that the best way to get this challenge started, I don't know, y'all, like I'm really feeling Heartstopper Volume 6. I think it's a night. Okay, how am I going to get you out of here? I'm really feeling Heartstopper Volume 6. And I don't know if you guys saw my August TBR video, but now I have like little reading challenges inside of all of my TBR books. Like every single one of these, all of the wrapped books have challenges inside of them. The challenge for Heartstopper was to read it in one sitting. And I feel like starting this 5 a.m. challenge with this one would be fantastic because I think it'll be like a great way to ease my mind into being awake and functioning as a human being. And I'm just really excited about this one because I've been reading Heartstopper for years at this point, and I love Nick and Charlie. They have such a special place in my heart, and so do all the other characters, of course. Yeah, I think this is a great choice to start my week with and to start my morning with. And I really want to try and read at least for 1 hour every single day because even though I do read, I don't feel like I read consistently. And I really want to try and make it like a habit of reading every single day, at least a couple of pages. It doesn't have to be an entire hour, but I do want to try and read for an hour every single day that I wake up for this 5 a.m. challenge. So my predictions for this volume are that I'm going to cry, I'm going to give it a 5-star, and it's going to be a new favorite. So let's see if my predictions are correct. Oh wait, I just saw the cutest panel. Oh, I'm definitely gonna cry. Anyways, let's get this started. Let's go. 6:47 in the morning. Yes. This was so good, y'all. This was so good. No notes. Literally no notes. This was everything that it needed to be. It was heartwarming. It was nostalgic. It was a compilation of every good thing in life. This was filled with so much character development, so much character growth. Like, even though this is the last volume, our characters haven't stopped growing. They still have so much to learn from themselves or about themselves and about each other. That's what makes the story feel so realistic at all times through every single volume. These characters are so imperfect. They have so much to learn and they make mistakes, you know? Along the way, they make the wrong choices or they say the wrong things or they say things that they don't mean. And what makes these characters feel so human is the fact that they learn from their mistakes and they grow and they become better people. They get closer to the best version of themselves. And that's honestly what we're all trying to do at the end of the day. That's why I feel such a strong connection to these characters, because they feel so human. It was just so beautiful to see all of these characters grow into themselves and learn what they like, what they love, what they don't like, what they want to gravitate towards, what they want their life to mean at the end of the day, and who they want to surround themselves with. And the way that they choose love over and over again, and the way that it was so like full circle, because it was so beautiful, specifically Charlie's plotline, because at the beginning of this series, he is being bullied by these random stupid kids at high school for being gay. And then at the end of Heartstopper, he's on his way to becoming head boy in order to start this anti-bullying campaign, more specifically for these LGBTQ plus kids that may not have the same protection that the other kids have. And it's such a beautiful thing to see, like, Charlie becoming the person that he needed the most at the beginning of this series. Like, that is just truly such a beautiful thing to see and such a beautiful thing to witness. I don't know, okay? Like, I loved it. I loved it. When I say that this goes full circle, I mean it. I mean it. This goes full circle, like a total 360. Like, we're back where we started, but in a good way, in the best way possible. I am so happy that I started this challenge, that I started my morning, that I started this week with Heartstopper Volume 6, and that I got to read it in one sitting, because this was just truly, I'm like filled with so many gooey, warm, heartfelt, heartwarming emotions right now, and I think this is the best way to start my day. I do want to update my reading journals. I also want to write in my 5-year journal. Like, there's a lot of things that I want to do this morning because I want to start it right. Before I clock into work, I just want to make sure that I do things for myself. Yeah, let's go get some coffee and let's start updating my reading trackers. Why is my awakening always so violent? Okay. No, for sure. No, this is fine. No, this is okay. Why is it that when you need to get out of bed, your bed just becomes a million times more comfortable? You know what I mean? Look at the time, y'all. Look at the time. Look at it. Memorize it. Today is actually going to be so busy. I do have things to do in the morning. I need to go to this podcast recording. I'm not part of the podcast, I'm just part of the production crew. I have the movies at night. So I really need this time in the morning to myself, like just to do my reading, to make my bed, to make my coffee, to do my stretches. Like I really need this extra time in the day because I know that I won't have it. The vocal fry is ending me. I hate it so much. I'm sorry. Obviously waking up, obviously what am I saying? Like, when does this start getting easier? I know it's only day 2, but like I would love to wake up and be like, oh, 5 a.m, let's go. But that's just not the reality. Like, again, my bed is so comfortable. I would love to be here for like 3 more hours, but that's exactly what I'm trying to change. I mean, like, good morning. Not the pain to smile. Okay, I feel like I've lost so much time already. Actually, wait, no, it's only 5:12. But I do need to get out of bed. Like, let's go. Let's go. Okay, so yesterday, after I got all of my work done, I was still in a pretty good reading mood. So I was like, okay, let me start something quick, something fun. And so I started volume 14 of Spy Family, but I didn't finish it. I thought I was going to finish it, but I didn't. Okay. Well, I thought I was going to finish it, but I didn't. I made it up to here. Like, this is how much I read yesterday, all of this. And now I'm still missing all of this. I thought that for today, I could start off by finishing all of these pages of volume 14. There you go. That was cute. This was chosen for me wait. This was chosen for me Okay, obviously, still waking up. My Patreons chose this for me to read as part of my August TBR, and that's why I'm reading it. But another book that they also chose for me, oh, I'm so excited for this one, Sunrise on the Reaping. This is a prequel, and our main character is actually Haymitch. I don't know if you know Haymitch. I don't know if you know the Hunger Games, but Haymitch is Katniss and Peeta's, or District 12's mentor. When you've been set up to lose everything you love, what is there left to fight for? Honestly, Haymitch has never really been one of my favorite characters from the original trilogy, and I haven't actually read the other prequel that there is that follows President Snow, but hopefully that won't be necessary for this book. I do know there's like some relations between the characters, like there's somebody that's related to the main character in that book, but I think I'll be fine. I think I'll be okay. Also, look at these end papers. Okay, you can't really see them because I'm again, let me change. Okay, I think this is better. Now look at these end papers. Yes, they're gorgeous. Are you kidding? Wait, let me see if I can show you the cover now. Yes. Oh my God, this is gorgeous. So I have heard that this book is very sad, like very heartbreaking, which I'm really looking forward to. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm a little bit masochistic when it comes to reading books. So it is 5:20 and I think it's the perfect time to start reading Spy Family volume 14. So let's get this started. Let's go. Let's see how long it takes me. And then I'll be reading Sunrise on the Reaping. So morning 5 a.m. reading plans. Let's go. Okay, so I've just finished reading Spy Family Volume 14. This was fun. This was like emotional because we do get the backstory of this headmaster and then also another character, which I'm obviously not going to mention because of spoilers, but It was a lot more emotional than I was expecting it to be, and I really enjoyed that, while also keeping its goofy side. It's now 5:54 in the morning, and I'm officially going to be starting. Oh, look at that! Sunrise on the Reaping. Wow. Okay. It is currently 7:11, and I have just reached chapter 7 of Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. I am officially 90 pages into Sunrise on the Reaping, and let me just say, I already know that I'm going to love this. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I used to be such a huge fan of the Hunger Games. Like, the entire trilogy. Catching Fire was my favorite one. And for some reason, you know, the more books came out, the more series and more stories that I learned about, it just kind of became part of my history, part of my background, but I never really revisited that story, even though I really, really wanted to. And even when that one book, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, came out, I was like, I'm not really interested in reading this. I did see the movie. Really cool, but I was like, oh, I didn't really need to read the book for this one. But then Sunrise on the Reaping came, and I didn't even get this for myself. This was a gift. It came without a note, so I don't even know who to thank for this, but this is one of the most gorgeous books that I own. I think I've said that already, but I just needed to say it again. And I was like, well, now that I have a copy, I might as well read it. You know, I didn't really plan to, but hey, the movie is coming out soon, this year, I believe. Let's read the book and see what happens. And honestly, 7 chapters in, 90 pages in, and I can already feel my obsession for the Hunger Games coming back, because Suzanne Collins has such a way with words. She has such a way of building these characters and making them feel so human and so complex, especially Haymitch. Okay, I will admit, I'm not the biggest fan of Haymitch from the original trilogy, but knowing everything that I know about him, knowing that he ends up alone in the first trilogy, that he's already this broken man, it's very interesting to see his origins and to see how hopeful he was, to see everything that he had and everything that surrounded him. I just know this is going to be devastating, because it's like, obviously he has nothing. Now that I'm reading The Hunger Games through his perspective, I feel like this is going to add just such a whole other layer to this Hunger Games experience, and I am so excited to get to it. But even though I really, really wish I could just stay my entire morning reading The Hunger Games, I do need to get ready. I know, I hate it. The podcast recording is at 9 a.m., so I definitely need to start getting ready, like have breakfast, have my coffee, get dressed, and just go, because I definitely cannot be late for that. Even though I wish I could keep reading until I went back to sleep, I just can't. So for now, I have completed my daily goal of reading for 1 hour, and yeah, let's keep going with my morning. Guess who has made it to her destination 30 minutes before she had to, 30 minutes before she had to be here. I'm here now. We're gonna record the podcast. Hopefully it'll be a short one. It probably won't be, but hey, here's to being optimistic for once in my life. Anyways, it is currently 8:31, so I am 30 minutes early. as you should be to every single place in your life, especially if it's like an appointment. I'm gonna go now, but just wanted to update you guys. This was an incredible morning. Honestly, I do believe wholeheartedly if I hadn't had those couple of hours in the morning for myself, just to read my books, drink my coffee, bask in the silence of an early morning, I would be in a very bad mood right now, because I would have woken up and immediately had to get ready to come here. So honestly, today I'm really grateful for the 5 a.m. challenge, but now I need to go to work. So wish me luck. I'll see you guys later. I hope you have a lovely day, and I have to go before I'm taking my tracking. So let's go. I thought the challenge is supposed to get easier the more that you do it. And I know it's only day 3, but like, why is today harder than yesterday? And why was yesterday harder than Monday? Like, what's going on? I specifically asked for today to be easier than yesterday, but I guess it backfired because I'm so tired. Like, okay, yesterday I went to the movies and I got home at 11:30, and then, you know, skincare, getting ready for bed. I basically went to sleep at 12 a.m. So maybe that's why I'm so tired. And I want to cry. I've been doing so well. I mean, it's only day 3, but I've been doing so well. Like, I've finished 2 books. I'm in the middle of a really incredible book right now. Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. Yesterday in the morning, I reached chapter 7, I want to say. But then during the day, after I got everything done, I just couldn't stop thinking about this book. So I just kept reading. Oopsie. I just kept reading, and then now I'm literally missing. This is all that I'm missing. Literally, ¿qué te digo? 100 pages? Maybe a little over 100 pages, or just exactly 100 pages. I don't even know. I read all of this yesterday because I literally could not get enough of this book. Oh my god. I don't know if I told you guys that I didn't really care for Haymitch in the original trilogy. Pero oh my god, after this book, he's like literally one of the top 5 characters for me. The amount of heartbreak, the amount of violence, the amount of emotional trauma that Haymitch goes through, not only during the Hunger Games, but before it, and I'm guessing after, because Snow is after Haymitch. President Snow is not gonna let Haymitch have a good day, not even a single good day, after everything that he's put him through during these games. Haymitch is a very inspiring character, because in the face of all of this pain and in the face of all of this trauma and insanity, he still manages to stand tall. He still manages to fight for what he believes in. No matter who or what may threaten him, he's still fighting to end the Hunger Games, to end this quarter quell, to not let President Snow win, to not let the Capitol win. It's just really upsetting because obviously, since this is a prequel, we do know how this sort of ends. I don't know the exact ending, but I do know that, of course, the Hunger Games have not stopped. This is just really sad, because like Haymitch, he makes some really incredible relationships during the Hunger Games, but maybe it's stupid of me to get attached to these relationships because obviously they won't last. Obviously, they'll either have to kill each other, or they'll end up dead, or Snow will send some more mutts to kill them off. Like, brother in Christ, there was this one death. Oh my god, it was so violent. It was so graphic. Ampert, bruh. Skip to this part if you don't want to get spoiled for Sunrise on the Reaping. Ampert's death, y'all. Ampert's death was insane. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever read such a graphic death in the Hunger Games trilogy, series, whatever. It was actually insane. The fact that he was eaten clean, the fact that the only thing that remained were his bones, his skeleton, and Haymitch was there to hear everything and then obviously to see the aftermath. I would literally never recover. I would be so traumatized I would probably just go into shock and not move. But obviously that is not an option for Haymitch, and it's just, I'm so scared of what's going to happen when Haymitch gets back home because he has been defying the games every step of the way. I swear this is one of the craziest books that I've read, dystopian books that I've read, Hunger Games books that I've read. I cannot wait for the movie adaptation. I really want to see if I can finish this book today because I have to. I know that I won't be able to focus on anything else before I finish this book. I think I'm going to spend my first hour of being awake in bed reading Sunrise on the Reaping. I think a little hour of reading in bed would do me really good right now. So without further ado, let's do this. Let's read Sunrise on the Reaping. I'm so afraid. I'm literally so afraid. This has been such a high stakes, action packed dystopian novel. I'm obsessed with it, but I'm also so afraid of it. So 5:16. Why am I whispering? I don't know, but let's go get my heart broken, I guess, because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be surviving this ending. I spent a little over an hour. I don't even, that's like a lot more over an hour in bed. Cause okay, like I could not, actually, I could. I would not stop reading Sunrise on the Reaping by Zane Collins. And all I'm gonna say is this book needs to be put in the corner to think about what it's done. I need to have a one-on-one talk with Zane Collins and ask her why she thought this would be okay. If I thought The Hunger Games was bad, like this quarter quell, if I thought it was bad, I had no idea what waited for me when we got back home. Like I really truly thought I knew what President Snow was capable of. I didn't know. Not until this book. And I love that at the end there's like this epilogue. Hello. There's like an epilogue. And guess who we meet? Guess who's in the epilogue with us? It's such a good scene. It's such a good ending to finish this book with that scene because it's like kind of a full circle moment where we see the Hunger Games, like the first book, in a whole new perspective with everything that we've just learned in this book about Haymitch. Especially in Catching Fire, a lot of things make sense in the way that he acts and the way that he believes so much in this movement. This is his why, and it is so painful. You really think you've gone through the worst, and then something even more horrible happens, and it's like, when will this end? Why do the horrors persist? Yes, this book deserves to be in the corner for what it's done to my mental health, but also I can't give it anything but a 5 out of 5 star. You know what I mean? Like, I can't. Like, I just can't. It kept me at the edge of my seat at all times. It was incredible that we got to see so many characters that we met in the Hunger Games. We kind of see them here as well. Like, that was such a welcome surprise. I just think this was insane. Like, this was so good. Like, this was so, I feel like I'm not doing it justice, just how good this was. Honestly, the worst part of this book, and by worst, I mean what made this book as incredible as it is the fact that Haymitch, or this book in general, just has like this little ticking clock on top of him because obviously we know where he ends up. We know how he is in the Hunger Games, we know he's this destroyed, broken man who runs to alcohol as soon as he can because he's trying to drown something. We don't really know what it is, but we just know that he's been through something and he hasn't been handling it well. To see Haymitch become that character, when at the beginning of Sunrise on the Reaping, he was this boy who had a girlfriend, who had a family, who easily trusted others and easily believed in a better future and fought for that future. To see this boy become the broken man that we get to know in the Hunger Games, Suzanne Collins, like, you know what you were doing. Oh my goodness. It's like this has to be one of the most tortured characters in the Hunger Games universe. And it hurts. It really, truly, definitely hurts. Pero, o sea, nada que se va a hacer. I should have known. I should have known that this was going to be devastating. Like, I really, truly should have known. I was not expecting this, but Suzanne Collins uses an Edgar Allan Poe poem, more specifically Nevermore, to sort of wrap up the ending of this story, and it makes everything so much more eerie and so much more skin crawling in a way, because as they're quoting that poem, things are happening, devastating things, and it's like you wish you could go there and stop these things from happening, but obviously you can't. And again, it's heartbreaking, it's terrible, and it is so good. So again, 5 out of 5 stars to this brilliant, heartbreaking, devastating book by Suzanne Collins. Oh my goodness, what the helly. Wow. Okay, wow. I don't know. How am I supposed to keep going with my day knowing that I've just read one of the best books that I'm going to read in the month? It's only the 5th of August. And I've already read such a fantastic book. I don't know how am I supposed to keep going. With that said, I am going to go on a morning walk with Cooper and Dad now. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm very excited because I haven't been able to go on these morning walks for a very long time, since they do happen at 7 a.m. And usually I am sleeping at this time. So very excited that I can finally make it to one of these. So let's go. It is 8:26 in the morning. If I do say so myself, I feel incredible, okay? I feel fantastic. I haven't been able to go on a walk with Cooper and Dad in a hot second, and it's because I've been waking up way too late, and every time that I wake up, I just feel this sense of regret, and I'm just really, really happy that I got to do that today, as well as read for an hour straight, as well as just spend my morning the way that I want it to be spent. I'm just really happy with how I've started my Wednesday. Since I did finish Sunrise on the Reaping this morning, I need to choose a new book to read from my TBR cart. Hello, okay, let's make some space for her. We need to choose a new book to read because I've finished all of my current reads. I've read Heartstopper Volume 6, Spy Family Volumes 14, 15, and Sunrise on the Reaping. Wait, let me double check. It is the 5th, right? Yes, and today is the day that my friends Marae, Nat, and I decided that we would start our buddy read of The House of the Dead, written by Fyodor Dostoevsky. As you can see, I have our daily goals tabbed here at the top. The plan is to read 30 pages every single day and just see how we feel. So I think that having these daily goals at the top is really helpful. The sense of satisfaction that I get every single time that I reach one of my daily goals is incredible, and it makes my day feel 10 times better. So I think that this is going to be great for me. And I do have some Patreon reading sprints later today. Well, actually I say later today, but it's literally in like an hour and a half because they usually start at 10 a.m. So I think that that's what I'm going to be reading during these sprints. And I'm so excited. I feel like this has just been great. I know it's only the third day of the challenge, so maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe tomorrow will be even harder than today. After I got over the initial hurdle of like actually waking up and, you know, coming to terms with the fact that I was awake, after I got over that little bump, it was incredible. Like, I got so much done. I finished a book. I loved a book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I went on a walk. I had my coffee. I'm just feeling great. I really am. And now I'm super excited to start the Patreon sprints. They're starting in an hour and a half, like I mentioned, and I'm going to be reading The House of the Dead, a Dostoevsky novel. I haven't read one in so long. This has been an incredible start to my Wednesday morning, if I do say so myself. Honestly, I wish every day could be like this, because I just feel like I've done so much and it's only 8:30 in the morning. That's crazy. Just to give you like a clear picture of how the last couple of weeks have been, if this were like any other day where I wasn't doing a 5 a.m. reading challenge, I would only be awake for 30 minutes at this point. It's 8:30 and I would have only been awake for 30 minutes. Imagine, like, I wouldn't have been able to do anything before I had to clock into work. So I'm really enjoying this reading challenge, okay? I am loving this. And now I'm going to read Dostoevsky today. Like, I could not ask for anything better. Now it's time to get ready for the Patreon reading sprints. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow or later, who knows? But I hope that you're enjoying, and we'll see each other soon. Hey, how y'all doing? Okay. No, this is good. This is good. This is really good, actually. This is... Uy, Dios mío. ¿Sabes que quién se levanta a las 5 de la mañana? De verdad. De que porque le gusta. Eso no es de Dios. Literal, eso no es de Dios. I will say this. It's not that hard to get out of bed today. A win is a win. A win is a win, she says while still being in bed. Welcome. Hi. How are we doing? How are we feeling? Let's party. I have so much to tell you guys. Let's go. Yesterday we had Patreon reading sprints where I started reading The House of the Dead written by Dostoevsky, and I made it to page 42, which is the beginning of chapter 2. These 40 pages include the introduction, the translator's note, and chapter 1, so I think that I did pretty well. And already only 42 pages in, and I am annotating so much. I haven't read a Dostoevsky in so long, and somehow it still feels like coming home, because I just love the way that Dostoevsky thinks. I love the way that he views humankind. And even while serving a 10-year prison sentence in a Siberian camp, he still focuses on the people that are there. And it's very interesting because he doesn't just see them as these criminals, and he doesn't really diminish their entire existence to just the crime that they committed, but he tries to go even deeper. He tries to see beyond what their crime was, and he tries to see them as people, because at the end of the day, they still are. It's been very interesting to see Dostoevsky not only see these men as more than just prisoners, but also try and understand who they were before they got to prison. What were their aspirations? What were they dreaming of? What did they want their life to be before it became what it is? I've been loving it. I've been annotating so much, as you can see, and it's just been an incredible experience so far. Again, I know I'm only 40 pages in, but it's been incredible. All the same, each of them had his own story to tell, as vague and crushing as the hangover that follows a bout of heavy drinking. Dostoevsky immediately makes the criminals more than just their crimes. He accepts that they're still human and they have a story to tell. It's also very interesting because this is probably Dostoevsky's most semi-autobiographical novel, in the sense that Dostoevsky himself spent 10 years in a Siberian camp serving time for being part of this political group that went against his government. During his time, he took notes, and from all of those notes that he compiled during those 10 years, he came up with The House of the Dead. So a lot of the memories that we're reading from our main character are actually from Dostoevsky himself, which just adds this other layer of significance and importance. So to say that I am enjoying this would be the understatement of the month. But today, since I am buddy reading this with two of my friends, Mairead and Nat, today the vocal fry, I swear to God, it keeps distracting me. I'm so sorry. It's 5 a.m. What can I say? Since I am buddy reading this with my friends today, we have to read up until page 77. And I know it may sound a little bit crazy to say this, but I do think that the best way to get these pages read is to read them first thing in the morning. I don't think I've ever tried to read a classic, especially a Dostoevsky, at 5 a.m. So this is going to be an interesting experience. But yeah, today I need to make it to page 77. So yesterday, during the Patreon reading sprints, after I reached our daily goal of The House of the Dead, we still had a couple of hours left in the sprints. So I started a brand new book, and that is Albert Camus' The Plague. So again, if you don't remember from the August TBR video, this also has a reading challenge, and it was that a random wheel chooses how many days you can spend reading this book. And we did spin the wheel, and it gave me 12 days to finish it. I started this yesterday. I have 12 days to read this, and I am currently on page 57. This is another book that I'm just annotating like crazy because there is so much to say. There's literally so much to say, and this is a very harrowing read. It's very reminiscent, like a lot of paragraphs, a lot of lines are reminding me of our time with COVID-19. So maybe after reaching my daily pages of The House of the Dead, I can keep reading The Plague. So these are my Thursday 5 a.m. reading plans. There we go. Fantastic, stunning. Without further ado, let's get this started. Let's go. I mean, I've got some reading to do. I've got some classic literature reading to do. So let's go. That took a little bit longer than I thought it would. It's currently 7 in the morning, 7:06 in the morning, and I have just reached my daily pages for The House of the Dead. Honestly, I shouldn't be this shocked that it took me this long to read my daily pages because apart from the fact that this is a classic, it's also a Dostoevsky, which immediately means that I'm going to be annotating nearly every single page. And so far, that has been true. That has been extremely true because this has been such an annotation worthy type of read. And I would be doing a disservice to myself. I would be doing a disservice to future me whenever I flip through this book again if I didn't annotate every single line that resonated with me or that made me think or that made me question something. And something that I love about annotating classics in specific is that I get to have these discussions with myself where, or not even myself, but with the author at times where I question what they're telling me and then I myself answer those questions and it just becomes this type of conversation. And I just have a lot of fun with it, okay? I have a lot of fun with annotating, more specifically classic literature, because it's always such a fun time. But that does entail that it takes me maybe even twice as long as it normally would to read all of these pages. I'm so excited to read this every single day for I think like the next 7 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, for the next 8 days. It's already been such an incredible experience and it's only day 2. So I cannot wait to see what we think of the rest of the book. But for now, I need to get to work. I know, I hate this. I don't know if I've actually told you guys before, but I do have 3 jobs. I don't really count the third one as much of a job because it is project based. So it's not like a constant flow of work. It's more so they call me maybe every 2 to 3 weeks whenever they have a project that they need help with. And today, yeah, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of pendings in my to-do list, in my work to-do list. So I definitely need to prioritize that now after I film this update because I want to see if I can finish it as soon as possible because I am taking my parents and my sister to go watch The Odyssey tonight, which is very exciting. I didn't realize that I have seen both of the most popular movies that have come out in August or during this time in the same week. You know, I watched Spider-Man Brand New Day and now I'm gonna go watch The Odyssey with my family. This is my second time watching The Odyssey, but I really want to share that experience with them, so that's why I'm taking them. Again, I'm just really glad that I was able to have this sort of slow morning to start my day with because knowing all of the work that is ahead of me for this afternoon and for the rest of the morning, I'm just really glad that I have like that reserve of happiness that I cultivated this morning at 5 a.m. Let's get to work and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for the last day of this 5 a.m. challenge. Let's go. Hey, good morning. Hello. Hi. It's 5 a.m. I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to get out of bed, brother in Christ. Oh my goodness.
I don't want to get... Oh, I can hear the birds, though. I think this is the first time that I hear a bird singing at 5 a.m. on the dot. Oh, okay. A little overachiever in my window, I see. Trying to give me a run for my money. Not gonna lie, that little bird chirp just kind of motivated me to get out of bed because... No, I'm not gonna let a bird win. Welcome to the final day. The last day of this 5 a.m. challenge. Let's get out of bed. Let's make my bed. Let's do all the things that we've been doing. You know, recipe for having a great start to my day. Let's go. Let's go do that. It's 8:29 in the morning. It's a little bit later than I usually give you guys an update, and I can explain. I can. Last night, I got some pretty shocking news. I got some pretty what can I say, like devastating news. Not to be dramatic, but they were pretty devastating. And I do think that I'm still in a state of shock. I don't think I can say it out loud just yet. I don't know. It just made me need a slower type of morning. From when I woke up to now, I've just been reading The House of the Dead by Dostoevsky. I also made myself some breakfast and I had some coffee, but today was probably the hardest day of the challenge, not because I had to wake up at 5 a.m., but because I tried to push through, even through all that I was feeling. I think it's finally catching up to me in the sense that I'm starting to feel the feelings that come with those types of news. So since this is the last day of the challenge, I think I'm just going to end it here because I'm just going to be extremely honest. I don't have the energy or the will to keep filming and just be like, hey guys, I read this amount of books, I read la 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 la. All I can say to you guys is cherish the time that you have with your loved ones, because you really don't know when you'll get devastating news that will change your life forever. Hug the ones that you love a little longer today for me. Just as a quick update though, because I don't want to just finish the video and just be like, anyways, bye. Like I did have a pretty good week. You know, I had a pretty fantastic week. I woke up at 5 a.m. every single day, and I read for an hour, sometimes even more, every single day, which is something that I haven't been doing for the past couple of months. Like, as I mentioned at the beginning, sometimes I read for hours in one single day, or sometimes I don't read for weeks on end. This challenge helped me become more consistent in the habits that I want to incorporate into my lifestyle, like reading, daily stretches, getting some sun, walking with Cooper and my dad. In the future, I do think that I would love to incorporate waking up at 5 a.m. maybe 3 times a week, because that way I have more time for myself and more time for my hobbies. You know, it's not always going to be reading. Sometimes it can be something completely different that I haven't thought of in this moment in time. But like maybe watching a K-drama episode, which is not the most productive of things, but it does make me happy. So I think in the future, I'm definitely going to try and incorporate waking up earlier, just because in a general sense, it does make me feel better. It does make me feel more grounded, and like I have more time in the day, obviously. So I would say that this challenge was very successful. I would say I came away with very satisfying results, and I think I now kind of have a game plan for what I want my mornings to look like, because I'm telling you guys, up until today, I was having an incredible time with this challenge. Like, yeah, at times, most of the times, it was hard to wake up at 5 a.m. and to get out of bed. But once you do that, once the first 10 minutes of the day are done, you're like, okay, I can totally do this. This is fantastic. I feel great. So I would honestly highly recommend you guys trying this out if you ever can. And if you're one of those people that already do wake up at 5 a.m., you're stronger than I'll ever be. I used to wake up at 5 a.m. for school every single day, but obviously that's been a while since I've had to do that. So this was like a nice reset kind of thing. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I also have a Patreon where I post exclusive content. I host readathons, reading sprints, and a monthly book club. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, the link is down below. As always, I would love to have you. And without further ado, go tell the people that you love them. Go cherish them, go hug them, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Hey Jimmy, you nice, keep going.